From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Chargers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 24-yard line.
They hand this off to Harris. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now Jones. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final tally, as told by Next Gen Stats, he hit 21.5 miles per hour. Whoa. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
To throw again on second down. Jones looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Throwing Jones. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. This defense for the Pats, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. This defense for the Patriots, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Throw left side complete. That's Williams. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams. But Justin Herbert looking comfortable here in season number 2. He looked comfortable in season number 1 for that matter. But what's the game plan for defending and trying to limit him?
Oh, you've asked a really difficult question there because you're right. Year 1, he looked like a 5-7-year veteran, and he's only going to continue to get better. But with a guy who throws such a pretty ball and has such a great arm, throwing the long ball has got to be a blast for him. He wants to push the ball downfield. Doesn't mean he can't make all the other throws, but I want to take those away first and make him beat me by being accurate and dinking and dunking all the way downfield.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Patriots 10-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a give running left is Eckler. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. His 6th touchdown of the season, and the Chargers have taken a 1st quarter lead.
Well, 1st quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, this Week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. Because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, now slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
On first down, Jones. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From just shy of midfield, Jones is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Game as he looks to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Patriot first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And that's a run characteristic of Damian Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, It's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this is caught by Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. There with a tackle, Dietrich Wise Jr.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Patriots' 49-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And some space here. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this 1st half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the 1st quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Jones. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
New England.
to throw. Jones. Again, it's Johnson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off inside the 10. And now off to the races down the right side. Try. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On 2nd and goal, Herbert. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Robbie Gould on for the field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Gould is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now Jones, a final shot before break. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Once more, here's Eckler.
64 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 37. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. It's complete to Cook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to do it with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly. That leads to a play action sack. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Moves to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Jared Cook, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Patriots nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Jones throw into the hands of Kirk.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. Back to throw. Jones. And one more time, here's Kirk. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off right around the 43. The 20. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react it.
Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Patriots nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Looking to throw. Jones. It's brought in by Harris. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They go play action here on first down. He gets this one to Johnson.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On second down, this is Harris. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth-quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Nathan Gary in on the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. It's Eckler again. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Allen's got it complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the fourth quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum. Over the middle, complete. That's Myers.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Chargers, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year.